and the top story we're tracking, it's the BJP versus Mamata Banerjee over the Kolkata rape and murder of a junior doctor that took place in the RG Kaur Medical College. There you can see visuals of a protest that the BJP held against the police in Kolkata. This is against a particular DC North over allegations of how he handled the case and how he and his message to the family of the victim. Now, the BJP also held a press conference in which they hit out at Mamata Banerjee. This comes on a day that the Supreme Court hearing in the matter continued, with the Supreme Court making certain observations about the delay in the FIR and also how a particular document regarding the autopsy was missing. The BJP is saying that Mamata Banerjee should undergo a lie detector test and that she should resign and that there should be action against the police commissioner. Mamata Banerjee, however, has said that it's slander to say that they ever offered money to the family. She says the Bengal government never offered any money and it's slanderous to say. So let's just listen in.
उनको शर्म नहीं आ रही है किस तरह से उन्होंने ये सही नहीं समझा कि वो पीड़िता के परिवार के साथ खड़ी हो, वो रेपिस्ट के साथ खड़ी हो सकती है। क्या अभी भी ममता बनर्जी आप अपने पद पर बनी रहना चाहती हैं? क्या यह सिद्ध नहीं हो गया कि आप विफल रही? क्या यह आपकी जिम्मेदारी नहीं है कि आप इस्तीफा दें? और इस्तीफा क्यों? इस्तीफा इसलिए जिससे एक निष्पक्ष जांच हो सके।
মিথ্যে কথা কুৎসা অপপ্রচার চক্রান্ত সেদিনের ভিডিওগ্রাফ প্রত্যেকে আমি নিচে নামার পরে প্রেস করেছিলেন, প্রেস কনফারেন্সে প্রেসের সাংবাদিকরা ছিলেন, আমার সাথে সিপি ছিল এবং আমার পরে আবার তার বাবা মাকেও আপনারা জিজ্ঞেস করেছিলেন, সে রেকর্ডও আমাদের কাছে আছে। গভর্নমেন্টের একটা সুপ্রিম কোর্টেরই নির্দেশ আছে যে এই ধরনের ভিকটিমসদের একটা হেল্প করা, কিন্তু তাও আমি বলিনি। আমি বাবা মাকে যেটা বলেছিলাম অন রেকর্ড, যেটা আমি বাইরেও বলেছিলাম যে দেখুন মৃত্যুর বিকল্প টাকা হয় না। আপনারা খুবই মর্মাহত, আমরাও মর্মাহত, কিন্তু যদি কোনোদিন মনে করেন আপনার মেয়ে স্মারক মানে মেমারির জন্য কোনো ভালো কাজ করবেন আমাকে বলবেন, আমাদের গভর্নমেন্ট আপনার পাশে আছে। নাথিং এলস। আমি জানি কোনটা কখন বলতে হয় এবং একই কথা আমি কিন্তু অফিসিয়ালি প্রেসকেও বলেছিলাম। তা সত্ত্বেও যারা কুৎসা করে বেড়াচ্ছেন, আমি সরি, তারা কি চায়? বিচার চায় না বিচারের নামে কেসটাকে ঝুলিয়ে দিতে চায়? কি চায়?
All right, let's go across to Saurabh now, who's been tracking all these developments. And Saurabh, on the streets, this protest once again by the BJP. It's been a month since the rape and murder of the junior doctor. And now the BJP coming out with this very strong attack against Mamata Banerjee, saying she should undergo a lie detector test and that she should resign. Mamata, on her part, saying that it's slanderous to say that money was offered by the state government to the family of the victim.
Well, apart from citizens' protests that are a genuine reflection of the public sentiment and anger over what has happened at RG Kaur Medical College and Hospital, what we've also seen is political protests, and political protests like this one by the BJP, where they tried to break these barricades and reach the DC North's office. And of course, they were stopped by the police, following which a deputation was handed over to the DC North. Why is the DC North important here? That's the context that Mamata Banerjee was talking about. Now, the members of the family of the victim have made a very serious allegation, specifically naming DC North, saying he offered them money. In the context of that, of course, the Chief Minister clarified that there was no money offered and that this is, what she called kutsha, which is basically, falsehood and, slander. But in all of this also there have been protests, like I said, of citizens and then political protests, because this has also become a political fiasco now. And, usually this is BJP versus TMC over this case. But on the other hand, there are genuine citizens' protests that are taking place irrespective of political parties. In fact, in some of these doctors' protests, like, members of political parties have been chased away. Abhijit Ganguly, the MP of the BJP, was give and go back slogans when he tried to reach that doctor's protest site. So all of these incidents have taken place, and there are questions that were raised in the Supreme Court as well. Questions over processes, documentation that accompanies these processes, and evidence preservation. And all of these questions are come up in the context of the questions that have been in the public mind that has led to so many public protests. Namely, was there a cover-up? Are there more people involved? And of course, we've seen a tweet from the Trinamool saying that the CBI has concluded that there was no one else involved. But was there a cover-up? Was there an attempt to tamper with evidence? These are questions that the CBI still has to answer. It has to, of course, close its investigation, start a trial, file a charge sheet, so that the accused is punished and justice is actually given to the victim's family and to others who've been protesting against this incident. But again, the CBI says it's a court-monitored investigation, so they will share updates with the court. They have till next week, again, to file that status report. The state government also has been asked to file a report on what actually has been done to ensure there is safety of doctors. And of course, the Supreme Court also taking note of the fact that doctors have to return to work. At the same time, there was also a submission by the state government about the number of people who died due to the ongoing doctor strike, and all of those things are now part of the court proceedings, and it'll be important to note what's in the order. Meanwhile, the BJP protest has also ended, but it's been a day of protest, and political protests are very different from apolitical ones. We've seen the apolitical ones also play out, but this one was a clearly political protest by the BJP targeting Mamata Banerjee, and then of course Mamata Banerjee also responding.
Right, Saurabh, now the Trinamool Congress has put out a post on social media site X where it says that it took the CBI 27 days, 648 hours, 100 statements and 12 polygraph tests later to arrive at the same conclusion that the Kolkata police had established within 24 hours of the crime. No fresh insights, no groundbreaking revelations, just an exercise in stalling a case that could have been swiftly resolved. So, so the Trinamool Congress pointing out that they did arrest the culprit, the alleged culprit, the day after this horrific rape and murder occurred, and that there was no such gang rape that was earlier being talked about, alluded to by several BJP leaders as well, in fact, and saying that the same, conclusion in terms of the crime they arrived at, the Kolkata police arrived at, just like the CBI has come to the same point. Yes, of course, the issue of doctors' overall safety is a larger issue that had really struck a chord across the country.
One of the questions is motive, and there were conspiracy theories about the motive, there were conspiracy theories about the crime, gang rape, what was the motive, all of those things are in the realm of speculation. However, what is the evidence suggesting? That there was one person who did this crime? Now, like I said, there are questions about an alleged cover-up, questions about evidence tampering. All of these things have been responded to and is in the realm of investigation by the CBI. But you can see, of course, all of those questions have also prevailed in the minds of people. But obviously, the fact now it seems pretty clear that there was no, gang rape, and all of those things are being ruled out by the CBI as well. But obviously, the public perception, and one of the reasons for the public perception which seemed to suggest that there was more to what was than what the Kolkata police had investigated, was also because of the manner in which this case was handled. For example, the reinstatement of Sandeep Ghosh, that really led to a lot of people questioning that why was the government in such a hurry to reinstate him. And these are questions that the government will have to answer. However, it seems that the Trinamool Congress also has put that out very clearly, that the Kolkata police has got the right person. There is evidence. The Kolkata police in the beginning had said that we have very strong evidence, physical, circumstantial, electronic evidence against him and forensic evidence. So all of that is there, and that's very clear that this was a case that's been resolved by the Kolkata police. And yes, the CBI seems to have more or less arrived at the same conclusion. However, answers on whether there was a cover-up, etc. are still awaited.